obliged or forced feeding and mistreatments on animals. Hey guys, this time I want to talk to you about a very rude, violent, cruel, sad and heartbreaking topic or matter that is happening with the dogs, geese or goose that are being victims of forced feeding and contrary to their desires, appetites, wills, tastes, or feelings. In all farms around the world, with the sole purpose of fattening them quickly and quadrupling their bodies or livers so that in less than a year they can be killed to make the typical foie gras that is sold in conventional establishments or supermarkets without taking into account their well-being or health. In case you don't know, these are still critical and unfortunate events that occur with many other animals, but in this exhibition or explanation, I am going to focus only in this kind of fowls or birds, which in addition to be born to die very young, are being subjected to an very opposite diet to their nature. And this fact is most serious since in addition to poisoning, making them sick, damaging, injuring, mistreating them with the ways or manners of caring them so that these people can carry out these tasks or activities. Those who are only thinking of earning quick money without taking in mind the suffering, pain, torment that these innocent living beings have to vegetate and live by his owners. I will show you images so that you can verify and see for yourself what is happening inside these farms. These animals are herbivores or vegans, and their main or daily favorites foods are herbs, pastures, grains, fruits, tubers, roots, rocks, or vegetables. Their favorite activities or exercises are being in the river and swimming on the water while they relax, bathe, and relieve themselves. But someone has decided to deprive and prevent them of all these goods or benefits that they obtain when they are free, and instead of this imprison them, martyring, mortifying, or hurting them until their last days of existence. By being locked up and not being able to graze or walk to eat recently gathered fresh food, we are causing physical damage and irreversible trauma to them like this. Think or imagine for a moment that you were the one in this situation, imprisoned and being forced to swallow animal flesh, viscera, hormones, and additives in a prepared puree throughout a tube inserted in their throats, and that no one ever gives you a juice, fresh fruit, vegetables, or cooked vegetables. This is used for you to understand what a diet contrary or opposite to his nature means. For they, since nobody picks them up and offers a handful of fresh herbs for their breakfast, cause this would mean for them a very large and expensive job or task to carry out, such as letting them graze in the open air or manufacturing truly fresh compound fed or food, which is too expensive or laborious, and the profits would be little for them. So these companies and farmers that are only want money without thinking about your health and well-being, due to being subjected to this kind of abuse, such as not being able to walk, fly, or sunbathe, they live with a lot of stress, suffering many diseases in their organs and bodies that become huge or inflamed due to their nutrition or nourishment, which are later sold for human consumption. This is not worthy or deserved by them, but these people, to call them somehow, all they all they want is money, and they do not value or treasure these living beings as they deserve. We all need money and deserve it, but to get it, we should not behave like this, trying to find alternatives such as planting fruit trees, potatoes, or building a greenhouse or vegetable farm that does not involve beings who are peaceful or benevolent towards us and earn a respectful and well-deserved decent wage. In the kino, TVs, magazines, or newspapers, this is not talked about too much, when it's an issue that clearly reflects unconscientiousness, imprudence, and malice. Can you imagine what our lives would be like if we couldn't not sunbathe, walk, run, swim, or choose the fruit or food that we desire? Fancy at a certain moment. I am sure that you agree with me and that this should change for different reasons, among which is honesty, integrity, or dignity, and that absolutely any animal or person deserves to live a life like these creatures are enduring. An example that not everyone knows and by which you will understand me better If a goose had the freedom to choose his food, it would never eat the preparation or foods that these farmers force them to eat, cause it is not what their bodies demand or ask for it. For these reasons, they oblige them by taking them by the necks and introducing these tubes down their throats to inject them with a puree full of harmful and dangerous substances that make their weight and dimensions abruptly multiply, and then sell it to you as gourmet or premium quality liver pate without showing you the ways or procedures in which this pate was created or prepared. Each animal or person has their daily preference or favorite foods at any given moment, and are our bodies that ask us for specific or defined herbs or fruits with which we heal, are satisfied or feel happy after having consumed them, and we should not for any reason give some substances or material to eat to someone who at that moment does not feel to eat. But these peoples do not care about these things and do not ask the animals if it wants to eat and force them to swallow it. The fact that these birds are consuming hormonal additives or antibiotics in their feed is generating pandemics, epidemics, and diseases within them and our environment, and that we cannot and should not allow this to continue to be like this. Just by writing this text, it already generates a concern, agitation, restlessness, or anxiety in the form of feelings that make me very sad. By our own or united, we should each collaborate or contribute a little, talking about these disturbing facts to our family or friends, so that they do not buy or consume these foods, foie gras, and thus these people do not find a place in the establishment to sell it, and in this way they will have to close their farms and eat everything they are manufacturing at the cost of mistreatments and suffering. An example with which I want to end this exposition would be the following. If you introduce water into the tank or deposit of a car that is designed or manufactured to run on gasoline, the vehicle will not work because it is not the product that it requires for its operability. And this is what happens to these animals on farms, that being designed to be feeding and live with only certain herbs or fresh fruits, and never receive what they want, that is what causes them to be weak and malnourished, to finally die of serious and severe diseases. Elephants, horses, dogs, geese, giraffes, etc. are herbivores or vegans, which means be specifically designed to consume what their bodies demand or ask them, which is nothing more than just fruits, vegetables or veggies. Hormones, additives or animal products mean nothing to them, and they don't wish it. It is also striking and incredible to observe their growth or development, or how they can perform their favorite activities or tasks, such as flying, running, swimming, sunbathing, and spending a full day with such a simple or normal diet based on herbs, leaves, tubers, roots, fruits or vegetables, without wanting anything else than this stuff. If you liked the exhibition or video, I would appreciate it if you would give me a like or join the channel to help and collaborate with these animals, and that this issue is known and understood by more people. You can also share it with your family or friends, since this is not healthy or beneficial to observe or think that it is happening, since the only thing that produces us is pain, hurt, and bad feelings. Thank you for understanding me, have comprehension and prudence, and for having observed the video. Bye.